Alright, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is going to be another food review, in this case, popcorn. We've tried multiple brands over the past, I want to say 4 to 6 months, something like that, and there was a definite favorite, and then we tried this last one, and it took its place completely, pretty much unanimously. We started out with Pop Secret, which apparently is, I don't know. It seems like it's the most popular because it takes up the most space on the popcorn aisle at the grocery store. It ended up being third favorite overall. I didn't like it that much. They liked it better than I did. I probably would have put it fourth, or at least tied for last. But the problem with it is just like stale. Like a lot of the popcorn came out tasting really stale, even though it's supposed to be fresh popcorn, just popped. The other one, which had the exact same problem, and on top of that, like half the kernels of popcorn wouldn't pop on average, was Act 2, was what it was called. It's supposed to be movie popcorn. It's terrible. Uh, if I have to give a slight edge, in my personal opinion, that one was the worst. But Pop Secret was pretty close, right? Who the hell likes stale popcorn? Second best was Jolly Time, which I never even heard of. But their popcorn, it tasted mostly fresh. Most of the kernels popped. And the flavored popcorn with the butter and, more importantly, the queso flavored one were really, really good. So everything about that one was good. But then we tried Orville Redenbacher, and it's the best. That's what I've got in front of me right now. This is number one slot. In this case, I've got garlic butter and sea salt. We also tried one of their sweet and savory ones. What was it called? They've got a whole bunch of different types and lineups, whatever you want to call it. White cheddar. We tried white cheddar. That one was really good. We tried cheddar cheese. That one was really good. There's a salty and sweet one. I'm gonna have to try that. There's a caramel one. That sounds great. I don't think they have the one at my grocery store. I would have seen that and I would have gotten it. I don't think they have that one. But the cheddar cheese, white cheddar, this one that's in front of me are all three really good. And more importantly, the popcorn doesn't come out stale. It comes out really fresh. 99% of the kernels pop. I don't know. I think it's the bag. Something to do with the bag. The bag itself turns into like a bucket. I'll show you that in a minute. You just like peel off the top, and it's like its own little makeshift bucket. And more importantly, the bottom of the bag is plastic, so whatever liquid is in there doesn't seep through the paper. Which you get that with all three of the other ones I tried. They all have paper bags, which you have to like rip open and you usually get these jagged edges, and you reach in to get the popcorn, and like the sides of it are coated with whatever the flavoring is, and you get it all over your hands. This bag is way head and shoulders better in every way. And like I said, it seems to pop the popcorn better. But in this case, the one that I've got in front of me today, the flavor is garlic butter and sea salt. Redenbacher. And this is the favorite overall for like the house. My favorite is probably the cheddar cheese one. It's really, really good. But in this case, let's see. Orville Redenbacher, gourmet popping corn, gourmet naturals, garlic butter and sea salt, naturally flavored. There's 3 bags in here. This one, ironically enough, being my favorite, everyone's favorite, was the second cheapest overall. Although I think it was on sale. But it seems to have been permanently on sale. I think it was like $2.50 for the bag. I mean, for the box, for 3 bags of popcorn. Whereas Act 2 and Pop Secret were the most expensive, hilariously enough. So, go figure. It says 50% less fat. This is the one that's supposed to be better for you or whatever. The white box one. The other ones with all the flavored stuff, like the cheddar cheese one, are, I guess, fattier. 100% whole grain popcorn with 50% less fat and natural ingredients popped in a pop-up bowl. Indeed. The nutrition facts. Serving sizes, 2 tablespoon unpopped. Servings per bag, about 2.5. Servings per carton, about 7. Calories 130. Wow. Calories from fat, 45. Total fat, 8%. Saturated fat, 10%. Interesting. No cholesterol. Sodium, 290. Yeah, obviously. Potassium, 70 milligrams. Total carbohydrates, 20 grams. Protein, 3 grams. Iron, 4% daily value. Interesting. Ingredients: whole grain popping corn is number 1. Palm oil is second. Sea salt is third. then natural flavor and mixed taco ferals. Is that how you say that? For freshness. Apparently mixed taco ferals are for freshness. Did not know that. You learn something useless every day. That is your useless thing for today. Taco ferals equal freshness. Whatever the hell taco ferals are. Or toco ferals, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, clear and away the best of the bunch. Here's the bag itself that I was talking about. The sides are paper, but for one, they're really thick paper. The other ones are like semi-thin, transparent crap paper. But more importantly, like I said, the bottom is plastic. On the paper ones, it like seeps through the paper on the bottom of it and like saturates it and then drips through. And not good. And like I said, this thing itself turns into a bucket. You just like pull off the top. This, try not to rip the bag. There you go, pull off the top and makeshift bucket. And I just spilled some of it. But yeah, the bag is really good, but more importantly, the popcorn is really good. It tastes really good. Let's see if it's fresh this time. Yep. Like I said, this one and Jolly Time are fresh almost all the time. Whereas the other two were stale about half the time. Like 50% of the bags that we got would come out of the microwave and taste stale. But yeah, really good. So, popcorn, Orville Redenbacher gets number 1. Jolly Time gets a narrow second for me. Especially their queso flavored one. It's really good. And then the other two I tried, would never buy them again. Ever. Act 2, which is supposed to be movie popcorn, should, pop up red flags for you right there. And then Pop Secret was terrible as well. Which, like I said, is the most popular, it seems. I mean, the Pop Secret stuff takes up like half the popcorn section of the aisle. And it's third worst out of the 4 I tried. There was only like 6 brands there. I only missed 2 brands, and they were like really small, like mom and pop looking ones. I got the 4 big ones. The 4 bigger brands, tried all 4. And the one that takes up half the aisle was third worst, so go figure. Although, to be fair, this one took up like the second most space. Orville Redenbacher, so. Anyways, popcorn, good stuff. Interesting, it's got, what the hell does this say? This side up. Right, okay. Set time, popping times vary. Watch and listen. It's got like one of those 50s adverts where the guy's got like the goofy ass smile on his face and he's way too happy to just be there. That kind of thing. And then it's got like pop. It's got like pop written out over the popcorn. Like you can't tell. Stop at 1 to 2 seconds per. Oh, okay, yeah. 1 to 2 seconds in between pops. I've got like a popcorn setting on the microwave, so I just press that, and whenever that's done, I take it out. Apparently this says wait until 1 to 2 seconds between pops. Remove top from bowl. Do not tear paper. Yeah, that's one thing. It tears off, like, when you first pull it, like, from the left side right here, it comes off really clean. But when you get to the end, you gotta be careful because it'll rip the side of the bag if you just yank it. So that's why I stopped and paused to do it carefully. First few ones I was impatient. I just yanked it and, like, the top third of the bag on the right just came off with it. Design flaw, if you ask me. But I still like this bag way better. Open away from face. That's another thing. When you're opening the other bags, they're really narrow at the top, right? They're paper and they come together to like a seam at the top. So when you cut them open, all the steam is concentrated in that one spot and blasts out. So if your hand's there, you could get burned. This has a really wide top to it, which is really open. So it's basically impossible to get burned. There's so much space for the steam to come out. It doesn't, bunch up. So good stuff. Let's see. Children should not prepare without adult supervision. Finish by opening plastic, yes. If you got Spanish directions across the bottom. I don't know if that's like a United States thing now, or if that's just a Texas thing. Because it could be just a Texas thing. Having Spanish directions on everything. And I mean everything. I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing out an observation. Everything, everywhere. Hold here to open. Okay. What does this say? Best by November. Okay. I think I'm good. Popcorn. Review. I was going to keep all the boxes, but someone threw them away. So I only have this box. But, yeah. Orville Redenbacher. Definitely the best. It's not even close. Let me rephrase. I'd say it's close to Jolly Time, which is a brand I've never heard of, but they don't think it is. They think this one's the unequivocal best, so. The overall consensus, Orville Redenbacher. I'll see you guys next time. And then we tried this last one, and it took its place completely, pretty much unanimously. We started out with Pop Secret, which apparently is, I don't know, it seems like it's the most popular, tied for last, but the problem with it is just like stale. Like a lot of the popcorn came out tasting really stale, even though it's, you know, supposed to be fresh popcorn, just popped. The other one, which had the exact same problem. Alright, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is going to be another food review, in this case, popcorn. We've tried multiple brands over the past, I want to say 4 to 6 months, something like that, and there was a definite favorite, and because it takes up the most space on the popcorn aisle at the grocery store. It ended up being third favorite overall. I didn't like it that much. They liked it better than I did. I probably would have put it fourth, or at least, and on top of that, like half the kernels of popcorn wouldn't pop on average was Act 2, was what it was called. It's supposed to be movie popcorn. It's terrible. If I have to give a slight edge in my personal opinion,